Welcome to Great Talk and Entertainment. I'm your host, KJ, and this is the podcast where I review movies and TV shows from all your favorite superheroes, including Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and much more. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. Now let's go, baby! Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Great Talk and Entertainment official channel as I continue on for the new series on Disney Plus, Marvel's Agatha All Along. This is episode 2 spoiler reviews. If you have not seen this show, pause this, give me a thumbs up, hit that thumbs up button, because that would definitely help my YouTube channel / podcast grow. Go watch it, come back, and then check out the spoiler review, because I would love to hear your guys' opinions and how you feel about it, and where you think this is going. So, this is a spoiler review. Y'all been warned. Let's get into it. Episodes 2 continues on where Agatha left off as she's figuring out what's going on with the Salem, and why Rio is back. This team has finally taken off his tape off his mouth, and he explains what's going on, and he tells her that he's been researching her. He knew all about her. He knew about the famous incident back in the 1800s, I believe. Like, this is all in all show about witches and how long they been alive and been around, and you see it all, like, and it is just phenomenal. And he wants to go on the witch's road, and he wants his own magic. You know, he wants to fly, he wants to levitate, he wants to do some magic. He probably wants to do that Doctor Strange thing where you spin your hand around and make a vortex, a portal to go to another location. I don't know. He wants to do all of that. He's a fan of it. He's a stan, man, right? And she only agrees to do this and let him go for the fact that she needs to get her powers back. Because Rio wants to fight her. Rio took her out. Rio was about to slice her, take her down. But Agatha convinced her, like, you want to beat me now, or do you want to beat me when I'm in boss level mode? So you can feel like you really beat me. And for whatever reason, she let her go, and she's waiting. So that's how they got to this point. So the only way they can go on this riches road is to find a witch's covenant, which should be Agatha's house, and she has to find these other 5 witches. And what's really cool about this too, I just want to put this out there, is I really like how it has that spooky Halloween theme, and there's a lot of goofiness and silliness between Agatha and the character named Teen. And again, now they know how to make this door open. And again, they have to find these 5 other witches, which we meet. I'm going to name them all. We get Sharon Davis, and she was the woman that's the next door neighbor to Agatha as Mrs. Hart. We get Lilia, that's the witch that they went to read out of the crystal ball. And then Jennifer Kale, who's the woman who runs I think candle shop or perfume, or maybe both. And then we get Alice Wu, who was like the security guard at, like, I think they said Hot Topic or Spencer at the mall. And she's a blood witch, which that means, I believe she said it's both her parents have magic power, like her mom's a witch and her father is a warlord, or maybe just one of the parents, which would be the mom, to be a witch. But whatever the case is, one of her parents or both her parents have magic power, know how to hold dark magic, whatever the case may be. And as as Agatha and Teen tried to convince them, they finally come to all together, and we get this cool, like, witch enchantment song and it's pretty much a musical. And it was so cool. It was fun to hear. They actually have an official song. It's an official song. I saw it on YouTube on Marvel's like Vivo channel on YouTube or whatever. So it's out there. You can listen. You can rock out to it all you want. And I thought it was really cool, and I loved it because during that chant we see the Salem 7, which I thought, okay, I'm not sure if they are controlled by one person or a group or they're their own individuals. But boy, that was the Halloween theme right there. Like, you didn't know what they all the neighborhood was scared. Teen was like, I'm gonna put a couch in front of the broken door. And they got in, and I mean, one like broke through the window or wall and scared the guy. Like, it felt like a Resident Evil. But they finally got the door open, and Teen ran right down there because he's running from his life, and then the other witch ran down the stairs, and then Agatha, and now they're trapped, so they're stuck in on the witch's road. And what's funny is they had to take off their shoes, and now they're walking bare feet on the witch's road, which you can tell episode 3 is going to be like a Wizard of Oz. And I honestly love this. This one, episode 2, was as good as the first one, but they're both good because in a way they both spill over. Episode 1 definitely spills over to episode 2 in a smooth transition, right? And what I like about this particular episode is I just like introducing all these witches. And now we know there's witches in the MCU. We do know there's vampires in the MCU. You can either go based off of Morbius, or if you've seen Deadpool and Wolverine, you know Blade. So you know vampires exist. We know that zombies exist based off of Marvel's What If. And Spider-Man Far From Home, if you want to use the Mysterio scene, but even though that was just an illusion, but the idea of it could be. And we know werewolves and other monsters exist thanks to Werewolf by Night. So there's a lot. They could make the Midnight Sun if they wanted to. And they're like, well, there's no witch in the Midnight Sun. Oh, there is. There's comic books with it. It's not a one group. It's multiple people have been in this group, just like the Avengers. So they could build it off of Agatha if they really wanted to. And what I also liked about it is they showed the rabbit. Now, I believe this rabbit is somebody powerful that's turned into a rabbit. I don't know if it's Mephisto. I don't know if it's another witch. I don't know if it's a wizard. I don't know, but I believe that this rabbit is an actual person. I believe that it's from another world. Well, not. I don't believe it's from another world. I believe it's in the MCU, Earth 616, and I believe a long time ago, during when these witches became witches, which would probably, based off what they were saying, could be like the 1800s or so. That's where I think I forget what the name of the rabbit is, but I believe that person as a rabbit was human at that point, but turned as a rabbit at then, and it's just been living as a rabbit for a long time. And obviously, we've seen the same rabbit in WandaVision. So I believe that this rabbit is going to become human and not be a rabbit no more. I think whatever spell or curse it's under, I believe this season through this show, Agatha all along, that this is going to introduce who this rabbit is. And I can't wait for that. That's what I believe. So I believe that rabbit is definitely a key point to this show. And I also believe, I don't know if Teen took the rabbit. I don't know, maybe, and I don't know if those Salem 7 witches touched the rabbit or hurt him. I don't know. But And did they kill everybody in the neighborhood? I don't know either. But it'd be interesting to see that. Because I don't know if the neighbors have abilities, except Mrs. Davis and Agatha, of course. I thought, my favorite scene was when Agatha was running outside butt naked. And it was just funny. It was just kind of like she she's been roaming Earth for such a long time. Like she just doesn't care. And it was just funny how they did it. So that was my favorite scene. It was just funny. What do I think about the team? I think the fact that they cannot hear him. Like she asks him like where is he from? Has he lived there? And he's explaining she can't hear. So whatever it is, she cannot hear it. But I believe that's because of Wanda. I believe Wanda made that curse. I believe Wanda cast that spell. That's why I don't believe she's dead. I believe she's alive. And I believe it's a multiverse story. Because how this episode ends, like I said earlier, I feel like episode 3 is going to feel like a Wizard of Oz, but the Witch's Road. And it's probably going to have a multiverse story. Now, I like how they're just keeping focus on everybody in Westview. They're not worrying about where's Vision, which I'm pretty sure they will find a way to reference Vision, but I think they're going to be more smarter about it, Marvel Studios. And I believe that they're going to eventually mention Wanda again, and which is important too. That's important, but I like that. I don't think they're going to mention Spider-Man, Deadpool, Captain America, and Iron Man, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. So I'm okay with that. Because I do like this spooky theme. I like the scares the jump scares that they added in this episode. And I love the singing. And this whole cast, they're just amazing at this stuff. Like, they're actors and actresses. They act. They're not these people are not what do you call it? Action movie stars. These are actors and actresses. They're acting. They're from theater. They're from the musical. Like, they are literally performing at the best that they can, and it's so good. I mean, it's a lot different from how you compare it to other Marvel stuff, but like it's definitely not no Daredevil. But this is its own thing. And I just like how in a way it doesn't fit the MCU, but it does fit the MCU. It freshens the MCU up a lot better. And comparing it to like She-Hulk, for example, they like this show has a lot of goofiness and comedy into it, but they know how to add it right, and they know how to not to overdo it. This is gonna be a show about witches, right? And they're gonna have their moments of funny dialogue, but it does get serious when it needs to get serious, and I'm liking it so far. Based off of 2 episodes, I'm liking that so far. And I also enjoy just the scenery, just the way all the the background. I love the music. I love the idea of like there's a mystery going on. It's like a buddy cop thing, but there's a mystery. And it's like somewhat off the rails, but not like like a ridiculous way. But it's all gonna make sense at one point, and it's starting to make sense. So, what I think the Witch's Road. So we'll just start with the first topic. What I think the Witch's Road is gonna be about. This is what I believe. So I believe again it's gonna be like a parody to the Wizard of Oz and maybe the Oz, right? And here's what I think. I think that there's somebody at the end of this road, and I believe it's somebody who who is related to Wanda. Now, I'm not talking about Magneto. I'm not talking about. This could be the mother or the grandmother of Wanda. That's what I think. And I also believe that Rio's going to be there. I think she's there already. And I think she's found another way to get in. And she has a gang, a group. I don't think it's the Solemn Seven. I believe that they're their own individuals. I don't think they're being controlled. I think they're kind of like, the best way to explain it is the TVA. The TVA is like the police of the multiverse, right? If you do something right, and it interrupts the timeline, they come and vaporize you to like the pit, right? Where Deadpool and Wolverine went, where Loki went, and Sylvie, right? To me, the Salem 7 is kind of like that. Not the police, but they guard it. They make sure things don't go off balance. Like, they're making sure, like, witches don't do nothing unusual, don't tip the iceberg the wrong way, whatever you want to use. Like, they're making sure everything stays in place. And what Agatha's trying to do is probably dangerous, and that group knows it. And they're going to try to stop Agatha and everybody else. And there's a reason why. Now, you're saying, so you don't believe they're being controlled by Wanda? No. I don't think Wanda has any idea what's going on. When Wanda put the spell on Agatha, she just left because she thought Agatha manipulated her, which she did, tricked her with the hex around that town, Westview point. That's all Wanda knows. I don't think she cares about what else happened because, again, I don't think she's in this universe. I don't think she's in Earth 616 no more. So this, to me, is going to be more about the history of what Agatha done in the past. Okay? And I also believe that Agatha is going to be the main villain again at some point in a future Marvel film. If the rumors are about Wanda having her own solo film, Agatha would probably be the main villain. Because, again, it's very clear that even that guy, team, we don't know his name yet. And it's always been speculated it's going to be one of Wanda's sons. But we don't know that yet until they reveal the name at some point. But I believe Teen is wanting to help Agatha do her thing and cause chaos and do things that Agatha has plans. So that's what I believe. And I think there's a deeper meaning to it. I think the story is going to be even bigger than what you can imagine. And I truly believe that there's more to it when it comes to that particular reason. So I think season 1 of Agatha all along is to watch her reclaim to be the big bad villain at some point. If they're going to do a solo film for Wanda, it might as well be Agatha to me. Now, some people, what about Mephisto? Mephisto, to me, I don't know if that's the right movie for a Mephisto. I really don't know where you would place him. I know everybody wants him, and I know everybody talks about this particular character, but what is Mephisto, and does that have to be Wanda's main villain? I don't know, not really. I would honestly imagine that would be a Doctor Strange thing, to be honest with that. So to really clear this up, I just based off of 2 episodes, I believe this is the story of Agatha making a comeback, become the big bad villain. I don't think Wanda's the problem. She's just an issue she's got to take care of. But I think she has a bigger plans that she's trying to do that even the Avengers don't know about. Because again, who could stop her? It'd be something like the Midnight Sun. This could be like a Ghost Rider thing. This could be a Blade thing. There's so much you can do with this. So I think they're going to a different direction what people think. So, and again, if they did a Midnight Sun movie and they want an Agatha part of this in some way, that'd be a good idea. And then Mephisto would be like the villain for a Midnight Sun. So that's what I think. That's what's going to lead to in the future if they're trying to do a big payoff, which they're kind of teasing that kind of idea that there's some type of big payoff that they're going to have in the future based off this show. So that's what I think. But if I had to give this a 1 out of 10 for episode 2, I'm definitely giving this an 8. Wow, just really good. Loved it. Loved the story. I love where this is going. I like the Halloween theme, spooky, scary. This would be a great show to watch on a Halloween day or just Halloween season of October or whatever. It's really good so far, and I'm enjoying everything about it. So that's my review, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. Subscribe, hit that notification button so you can always be updated with all my latest content. Thank you guys, and peace out.